it's Bernadette. I'm here with your Cancer Tarot reading for January 2021. And it just never ceases to amaze me. The most obscure, what you think is going to be obscure, when the animal allies come out to work with the tarot and the zodiac signs and give like this full, like really robust reading. And then you draw an animal and you're like, oh gosh, how is that even going to work? And then you sit and you think about the symbolism and meaning for a minute. You're like, that's exactly why. Thank you, animal allies. I don't know why I ever question you. So the tarot card for Cancer for January 2021 is the Kiwi Bird from my deck, the Arc Animal Tarot and Oracle deck. And if you're just joining us, this is my award-winning, record-breaking, deck that is part Rider-Waite Tarot that uses the animal symbolism with the tarot, the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, and also has all these oracle cards and animals that are also available to it. So the Kiwi Bird is really the perfect pairing for Cancer because, as we know, the Cancer Zodiac Sign is very well known for scurrying back into its shell and hiding. And that's how it stays safe, right? The trick with Cancer is to, once it's been scared or, once you guys have been hurt, you tend to shimmy back into that shell, and it'll be years before you come out. We'll just see your beady little eyes looking right, looking left, looking right, looking left. Is it safe to come out? But you won't come out till like a decade after it's safe to come out. Now, the Cancer motto, the Cancer Zodiac Sign's motto is I feel. And they're a water sign, so of course they're very, very feeling, very psychic, super sensitive. Obviously, so many of you are empaths, but one thing about y'all is you've got the most amazing sense of humor. Every Cancer I've ever known, and it's been quite a few, my God, you guys are just funny people. And really, as scared as you can get, when it does come to the nitty gritty, you'll take those little pinchers and you just, and you're relentless. You don't stop. That's super, super admirable. Well, Kiwi, they don't, these birds don't really have a whole lot of defenses. So they come out at night. They have, it's thought a lot that they don't have wings, but they do. They have little tiny wings, beansy wings, and they can't fly. And they don't have a tail, but they are the only birds with nostrils at the end of their beak. So their sense of smell is like off the chain. So when you're moving in, when you're taking a look at, okay, well, what is my tarot reading for, the start of the year, January 2021? What does that really mean for me? It's going to be just a little bit about hiding in plain sight and kind of reminding you of the importance of adopting this strategy. Now, what that may mean is you may have to take a look at your own defense system. Are you so sensitive or so empathic that maybe just through this month you're having an extra call to just step back out of the limelight. Don't really put yourself in the spotlight. Now, Cancer, that's a defense mechanism for them, for the little crabs to go in their little shells. And for Kiwi, it is also a survival mechanism because they just, they just don't really have any other way to defend themselves other than to smell danger coming. But that means they can also smell opportunity, which is interesting because just a few days ago in the daily readings, mouse came out, and like the catchphrase of that reading was the nose knows. So this is a tie into that, and you may even want to go back and take a look at that reading and see if mouse resonates with you in any particular way. And also, when I see animals come in from a different continent than, the United States, because there's about a bajillion animals out there. Kiwis are native to Australia. I believe they're in New Zealand. And, take a look at that side of the world. Is there something that side of the world, is it calling to you in some way? Does it have something to teach you? It just maybe ties to the Aboriginal culture, to some of their more deeply spiritual ways and their quieter ways of doing things. Because, they're very famous for shape-shifting. Like, you'll see an Aboriginal and then you don't even have time to blink your eyes and they're gone. They're like masters of disguise, right? So there's something about that going on, and that's not a bad thing. The planets are not telling you, the cards, the tarot cards, the spirit animals, they're not telling you to hide. That's not it. What they're saying is just kind of take a step back. Your ruling planet is the moon, and it's transiting into Virgo on the 3rd through the 5th. And that's a good time for you to take, kind of take a look at self-care. And so this whole hiding thing or stepping back a bit, that may be about nothing other than self-care. You're being asked by Kiwi to kind of smell, listen, is it time I need to take a break? And that may be, that may be the point of the hiding. During the week of the 12th, the moon makes a marathon of conjunctions with Venus, the sun, Pluto, and finally Saturn as she transits through Capricorn. So this is going to be a really optimal week for dramatic transformation and advancement in whatever it is, like love, business, and career. And so maybe it's that maybe you're getting married, maybe you're moving in with a lover or a best friend, or maybe you are, and you're kind of taking a week before you move and you're packing up loose ends. Maybe Cancer, maybe your zodiac sign is, I don't know, maybe you're having to consider a new job, or you've taken a new job and there's like that time in between, that transition time. Maybe you're starting your own business, whatever it is, the bridge between what is now and what is going to be. Don't show your hand too soon. Remember this message that it's going to be a dramatic transformation. So rather than getting caught up, like in the wave, just take the step back and just let everything in the universe churn around you. Let happen what's going to happen. Keep your strategies to yourself, and then just be open to the possibilities. Just really pay attention to your own intuition. Now, when we take a look at Kiwi as a spirit totem power animal, they are actually the national bird of New Zealand, and the name itself means hidden. So when you would think, well, God, okay, I got the message, Bernadette, right? Like, stay hidden, do this, do that. But that doesn't mean you have to hide your whole self. That just may mean that I just keep hearing from Spirit that tipping your hand too soon, tipping your hand too soon, tipping your hand too soon. Maybe you've got a business idea, maybe you've got, I don't even know, but it's not a matter of like hiding your whole self. It's just not tipping your hands too soon. Now, Kiwi by the Maori, Kiwi are protected by the forest gods. There's this whole really sweet legend about, somebody noticing that their children are sick because the bugs are eating them, and Kiwi offers to save the animals. That's how it lost its tail, its feather, and its wings, because Kiwis don't really have feathers so much as they have fur. It's so fascinating. It's so fascinating to me that they're a bird, but I mean, what else would they be, right? So there's also a message in your, I guess what you consider your outside cloak. Like, what are you cloaked in? Are you cloaked in feathers? Are you cloaked in fur? What do both of those mean? If you're cloaked in fur, that's going to mean one thing. If you're cloaked with feathers, that's going to mean something completely different. Feathers are indicative of taking flight. They're definitely indicative of angel messages. Fur really more is like an earthbound kind of thing, definitely to the mammal side. But there may be something about saving the animals in fur, and I'll leave it there, that you're being asked to pay attention to. Or if it's not that particular animal cause, there may be another animal cause that you're being called to pay attention to. And, just maybe think about that. Now, when you take a look at how the species kind of interacts, it's interesting because male Kiwis will take up 3 months of incubation. They take the task, they take the reins of that. And that can be a really great call for shared parenting, conscious parenting, progressive parenting. It could just be, if you're a same-sex couple, or, you don't identify really like you're binary, or you identify as they, or, whatever it is, this may be a call for you about gestating, sitting on eggs and watching them hatch. Now, that could be an actual physical child. It could be something that you're creating, a work of art, a business, the relationship, a home, listen, it could be what to have for dinner tonight, right? It doesn't have to be like, whoa, all that. Except for, this is the energy, the spirit totem and power animal energy that's going to take you through the month of, January 2021. Now, man, I just, it breaks my heart when I have to talk about, I have to mention animals that are on the brink of extinction because it hurts my heart. And I know it hurts y'all's heart too, because you're like me, you love animals. And so, especially when animals are on the brink of extinction, I have to call special attention to that because it that's always a call for people to take a look at their boundaries. And Cancer, God love your zodiac sign. Y'all are just not really great with drawing boundaries. You are always the one that's running away, always. And sometimes that's really necessary, but sometimes maybe you should just take that little claw and just draw a line in the sand and be like, feeling lucky today, punk. It's not necessarily in your nature to do that, but sometimes you got to do that or other people are going to encroach on you and you might become extinct in some particular way. So, as uncomfortable as it might be, this tarot reading for you today, um, it just might be a call for, and I say something as simple as learning to draw your own boundaries. And it's not like you don't know how to do it, you just don't do it. Maybe give some consideration to that as you go through, January 2021. Now, when we take a look at the, this card is in the Oracle card element of the Arc Animal Spirit Tarot and the Arc deck, y'all. And so when I see Oracle cards come up, I know that they're like the icing on the cake. So if you're doing a reading for somebody, and let's say it's a one card reading like it is for, for your horoscope for this month, it's the icing on the cake of everything else. And so Kiwi is going to be the icing on your cake of everything that's going on for you planetarily. And Kiwis, like they have that shared parenting thing, all that kind of thing. They're a Kiwi, its symbolism and meaning has an awful lot to do with love and partnership. They take it very seriously. And so there just really may be a big call because Kiwi are really known for their nurturing style and their attentiveness to the young. Listen, every species takes really good care of their young, of their eggs. I mean, it's a natural instinct. That's how they keep the species going, right? But you can make the conscious decision. It's not just a nature instinct with you. You can make the decision to treat anything like a baby and really nurture it and really grow it. The other thing is, it's really fascinating to me. Kiwi birds have two ovaries. Two ovaries. Two. Y'all, the symbolism of that blows my mind because for such a defenseless creature, I understand it's probably an adaptation, an evolution of nature. Well, we're a little fragile anyway, so we're gonna evolve to have, be able to have more children or get pregnant more often or this or that. Kind of like rats, mice, and rabbits. They're like make up 80% of the food stock for animals that live in the wild. So consequently, evolution has made them give, just like sea turtles, but the way that they do things, a very small percentage of sea turtles actually make it to adulthood. So they just keep having more and more and more to keep the species going. But that's different than when you've literally got two opportunities to become pregnant. And so I really hope that you'll consider this month, you've got more opportunity, just like because of Kiwi energy and medicine, to get pregnant with whatever this is that you want to do. Please don't waste that. Don't be a timid Cancer. Get out there, get your little pinchers, and if you got to claw your way to the top, do it. So I hope that was helpful. Pick up your copy of the Arc Animal Tarot and Oracle deck. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you next month. But the most important thing is to what? To stay wild.